Okay, 29. So this is changed again. So they're looking for something different. So in this, 3 words are related or similar meaning, and 2 words are odd ones out. Choose the 2 words that are the odd ones out from this line. So scarf, hat, bag, wear, and not. So if we're looking at this, which ones are really similar and which ones are kind of 2 that are odd from this line out? So scarf, hat, bag, wear, and not. So looking at it, we have scarf, hat, bag, wear, not. So you might say, right, scarf, hat, bag. Now where does not fit into any of these? So I would see that scarf, hat, and bag are kind of all accessories or stuff that you kind of wrap around you. You can put a hat on you, you can put a scarf on you, and a bag. Now wear is similar because you can wear all these, but it's not actually an item of clothing. You could categorize these 3 into things that I wear or things that I can accessorize myself with. So I can accessorize with a scarf, a hat, and a bag. There is a relationship where you can wear all of these. You can wear a bag, wear a hat, wear a scarf, but it's not in the same category. It's not an actual item. Like the same knot is just a knot that you could put in a lace. So I would put these 3 as similar. So the 2 odd ones have to be wear and not. So there has to be B, wear and not. Now there are always kind of a link to some of them. So you could say that there's a link between wear and these 3 items, but you have to put them in the clear category. These items are items that you can put on. You can wear them, but it's not the same category that you would put in, so it cannot be wear and not. So the answer, the 2 odd words out, is B, wear and not. Question 30. Lemon, green, yellow, banana, blue. So 2 words are odd. If we can see that there's a fruit there, banana. I can see that there's also another lemon here. And then I can also see colours, green, yellow, blue. The others are not colours, so by a process of elimination, you have to see that banana and lemon are the odd ones out in this category because they're not a colour, so the answer has to be C. 31. History, science, teacher, geography, lecture. 3 things that are all linked together. I'd always find the ones that are linked together. So if we see history and science, they're subjects. History and science are subjects. Teacher isn't. Geography is a subject. There's 3 subjects there. So that means teacher and lecture are the odd ones out. Now they're all linked again. They're all linked, like teacher teaches the history, science, geography. Or the lecturer also teaches the geography, science, and history they can in their subjects. However, in this lineup, you have to try to put them into a category. I can put these 3 into a category as subjects, the other 2 into a category by itself. So these 2 have to be the odd ones out. So it has to be B, lecturer and teacher as the odd one out. 32. You have America, Africa, Spanish, English, Canada. So again, we have a country. That's a country. That's a country. And that's a country. And this is a language, the English language and the Spanish language. So if you're looking at this, 3 of them are connected and 2 of them are connected, but remember you find 2 odd ones out. So in this lineup, you could say that the link is countries here. You have Africa, America, and Canada. So the 2 odd ones out are the languages, the Spanish and the English. So that means the answer has to be E. English and Spanish are the odd ones out because they're not a country like the other ones, Africa, America, and Canada. 33. Feet, legs, skip, bracelet, ankles. Let me see what we have here. Feet, okay, feet are kind of on the lower part of our body. So is legs. Okay, skip is kind of nothing to do with the previous 2 things. I know you skip kind of with your legs, you could say that. Bracelet. Okay, bracelet, you could put a bracelet on your legs, your feet, yeah. and ankles. You could put a bracelet on your ankles. All that stuff. Okay, so there's somewhat, you could kind of see how they're all linked together. But if I was to put them in the category, I would nearly put them parts of my lower leg, or part of my leg really. You have your legs, feet, and ankles are all part of that. And you can say that the odd ones out are your skip and your bracelet. There's no link between skip and bracelet, so they have to be the odd ones out. So the answer has to be the odd ones out are skip and bracelet, which is D. Next one, we have fly, ride, car, plane, and train. We have fly, okay. We have ride, car, plane, and train. Looking at this, I see modes of transport: train, plane, and car. It's all ways that you can get around. Now you can either, I know you can link in here ride a car, you could fly a plane. However, if you put them into a category, I could put these in as modes of transport. Fly and ride are kind of ways that you travel, so they could be put in another category, but they're not modes of transport like these, car, plane, and train. So these fly and ride would have to be the odd ones out. So in the answers here, fly and ride, so it has to be B. Okay, question 35. It says cow, sheep, grass, field, pig. So we have farm animal cow here. We know the farm animal sheep. They're all in a grass, they're all in a field, yeah. And we have another animal here, pig. Okay, again, if you can all see, the 5 words have some relation. You can say that the cow eats the grass, the animals are on the grass in the field. However, you can put 3 of them into a solid category, so you could put the cow, sheep, and pig into a category as a farm animals. So the odd ones out would have to be grass and field, which that means the answer has to be D. Question 36. It says stethoscope, nurse, doctor, surgeon, medicine. Okay, so all to do about the hospital. So if we look here, a stethoscope, that's an equipment part of the hospital. We have a nurse, it's a person that works in the hospital. A doctor is another person that works in the medical field, and so does a surgeon. You can say that all these people work in a hospital, and medicine is what the doctor gives and the nurse gives the medicine, so that's part of the hospital. But if you could put into a category, you could put these 3 into category as people who work in a hospital or work with in the medical profession. So the odd ones out have to be stethoscope and medicine, which is answer C. 37. So we have defender, pitch, goal, striker, midfielder. Looking at this, we see, okay, we have defender, so the person that defends kind of the goal. So that's the person that plays on the field. Okay, we have a pitch, defender plays on the pitch, a goal. Striker is another term used for a person that strikes a goal. And then you have the midfielder who plays in the midfield. So if you're looking at these 5 words, you could put the 3 of these into category as people on the pitch, or people that play on the pitch. You have a striker, midfielder, and you have a defender. So that leaves pitch and goal. Now they are kind of related, of course. The goal is to do with the football and the sport, and so is the pitch. You could say that the midfielder, the striker, they play on the pitch. But you can put these 3 into categories as people who play on a football team. So pitch and goal have to be the odd ones out. So the odd one out is C. Question 38 says orbit, Jupiter, Saturn, planet, Mars. Now orbit is how planets, they travel around. So they orbit around Earth or orbit around the Sun. And then you have Jupiter, which is a planet. Saturn is also a planet. They're all under the heading of planet. That's the kind of word. This is a planet as well, Mars. So they actually all fall into the category as planets. And even though that word is there, two words have to be odd, so that you can't put them into the category as names of a planet, and this isn't actually a name of a planet. So Jupiter, Saturn and Mars are the names of the planets, so the odd ones out are orbit and planet, which is B. Answer B. Next question. You have handle, gun, shirt, control, tights. Now in this question, you have to choose two words that have similar meaning. So we've changed it slightly. You're not picking it from one category or the other, or you're not picking two words that are opposite. You're picking two similar words. So looking at the words, you've handle, gun, shirt, control, tights. Now I'd pick one, say like gun. Is there any word that's similar to gun in this word, in this row of words? Or is there a shirt? Is a similar word to shirt, tights? Is that what we call it? No. If you wanted to say handle, if you were handling the situation, you could say you were controlling the situation. Handle and control are quite similar. Handle and shirt isn't similar. So it's kind of, again, trial and error, trying to see, right, I know tights, there's no word similar to the word tights, so that can be knocked off. So as a process elimination, it has to be handle and control, which have similar meanings. To handle something means you're taking care of it, or you're taking control of that situation. So maybe your teacher could, say, will you handle that? Will you handle this situation, or will you control this situation? So similar meaning words. So the answer has to be C. Next one, it says suburb, hedge, car, field, outskirts. Looking at this one, similar meaning words. So again, I would look through this and I would say, okay, is there any word that's similar to car here? I would be looking to say the word vehicle. I'd put them two together. No, there's no there. Another word for field. Is there any other word similar here to field? Hedge is something that goes around the field, but you wouldn't replace, the cows graze on the field, the cows graze on the hedge. It's not the same similar meaning. Now, suburb, if we look here, a suburb means you can be in the urban or a suburb of a town. So the urban means you're in the middle of the town. Suburb means you live on the outside or in the countryside. So suburb and outskirts. If you're living in the town, you're living outside the town, you're on the outskirts of town, or you're in the suburb. You're in the outer part. You're not in the urban. You're not in the centre of town. So these two have similar meanings, which means the answer has to be B. Outskirts and suburb have similar meaning. Question 41. Hair, skin, arms, locks and legs. Which two words have similar meanings? So would you say arms and legs has similar meaning? No, arms are different to your legs. Arms are upper, legs are the lower. Hair, if you have another word for hair, what would be another word for hair if you know the story of Goldilocks, the locks? Your hair or locks have similar meaning. So it has to be hair and locks, which is E. The next one, it says photograph, frame, family, memories, picture. Okay, all kind of related in some way. Now I'll show you how I would approach this. I would look at this and say, okay, similar meaning to family. Is there any here? Frame, photograph, memories, picture. I would be thinking of what would be a similar word to family. Is there any similar word to frame? So you look frame. Any other word for frame? So family, no. Memories. Picture is quite similar, but a frame is almost like what you put a picture in. So it's not actually a picture. Now we go to photograph. Photograph is not the same as doing a frame. You put a photograph in a frame. Family, no. Memories, obviously it reminds you and it gives you memories of photograph, but a similar meaning would be picture. So that means the answer has to be B. Let's look at the next one. Intelligent student, smart, class, books. So words with similar meaning here. Again, I would look and say, right, is there any similar meaning to student? Smart, class, no. Any similar meaning to books? Class, smart, there's no. If you were making up a sentence, I have loads of books. I have loads of class, smart, student, intelligent, no. Another word for smart. That girl is smart. That girl is student. No, that girl is intelligent. Yes. So the answer has to be A. Smart and intelligent, similar meanings. Now the next one, it normally comes up, or sometimes comes up, not always guaranteed, but in the verbal reasoning section you have a kind of sequence. So this sequence, it says 6, 14, 22 and 30. So what is the pattern in this sequence? As we can see, 6 to 14 is 8, there's 8 steps. 14 to 22 is another 8 steps, 14, and 22 to 30 is another 8 steps. So it's going up in 8. So like I said before, you must find a pattern, and the pattern is it goes up in 8s for this particular one. The next number will be 30 plus 8, which is 38. The answer is E. The next one. So it's 11, 14, 18, 21, 25. So what happens with this? Again, we need to find a pattern. The pattern goes up in 3s and then 4s. So 11 to 14 is 3s, 14 to 18 is 4s, 18 to 21, 3, another 3, 21 to 25 is plus 4. So then the next pattern must be going up in a 3. So 25, 26, 27, 28. So 25 to 21, to 25 has gone up in a 4. So the next pattern is 25 plus 3, which is 28. Answer has to be B. 10 to 13 is plus 3, goes up in 3. 13 to 17 is plus 4. 17 to 22 is 5, so it's almost like 3, 4, 5. 22 to 28 is 6. So you'd imagine 28 plus 7. Like what I've said here. So it goes plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6. So the next number must be 28 plus 7, which is 35. So the answer is A. Next one. The answer we have already established is D. Let me see, 31. Is that correct? So let's see the pattern. It's going backwards. So it's going from 54, 49, 45, 39. It is going down in a minus 2, minus 4, minus 6. So the next pattern is kind of going down in your 2s. 2, 4, 6. It's going to be minus 8. So 38, 39 minus 8 is D, 31. The next pattern is 34 to 39. So you add 5, then minus 2. So if you look here, we have 34 to 39 is you add on 5. 39 to 37 is take away 2. 37 to 42 is plus 5. 42 minus 2 is 40. So you expect the next one then to be a plus 5, which is, as I've said here, E, 45. So I'd always as well write up here what it is. So here it would be plus 5, and I'd write plus 5 here. 34, 37 minus 2, I'd write minus 2 there. 37 to 42 plus 5. 42 to 40 minus 2. That's the way I would write it.